everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to Bill and Kelly's show, coming from you from Sip Coffee House in Highland, Indiana.
That's right, Sip 2.
Sip 2. And we got a special guest with us today by video. We kind of, to meet his schedule, we went ahead and videoed the show yesterday. And that was Hutch, our music friend, who came by and played some tunes for us, and it was absolutely wonderful. So what we're going to do is go through what we usually do, go through the weather and go through some events happening, and then we'll share with you the video we did yesterday, which is totally awesome.
Yes.
So let's start with the weather. Here's what we got today. Thursday, today is going to be kind of warm, maybe hit the 90-degree mark. It was calling for a sunny day, but as you all could see out there, some clouds rolled in, and I will show you the reason in just a bit.
And we are talking about a weather advisory today, too, aren't they? Air advisory?
Yes, and that's what I'm going to get to right after this.
Cool.
It's going to be kind of warm today, getting up to the 90s. It's starting to get a little bit humid because there's some moisture that's going to be coming into the area. It's going to be moist. So let's look at the weather map to give you an idea of what's going on. And first of all, we'll go over the weather the air quality advisory that the Illinois EPA issued this morning, indicating most of the Chicago area is under the advisory. Although it does not show northwest Indiana, I would go ahead and include it because of the lakefront currents and upper air.
Especially if you're susceptible to things like asthma or whatever.
So
be careful.
Just be cautious that there is air quality. Limit outdoor activity, specifically if you have asthma or have any upper respiratory issues. It's not going to be an ideal day to go out on a long jog. Then again, if you want to, go ahead. Just do it. All right, so here's what it looks like today. We've got a high-pressure area stationed in the Chicago area, mostly Illinois, in the Indiana, Ohio area. But you notice we got some junk happening up to the north, up in the upper Wisconsin area.
Upper Peninsula.
Yeah, up in the upper Wisconsin area. And so that's what it looks like today. And, again, we have really not even a chance for any precipitation today. We don't have any chance for precipitation until we get on closer to the weekend. But you could see the areas, and really in the United States, this is where we are getting hit the highest, is right up in this area. Some out in the Dakota areas, but not much. And then we also have the effects, although not much. We've been pretty lucky with Hurricane Chris. It's pretty much tracked off into the ocean and should not have a huge impact on even the East Coast weather.
Yeah, maybe some waves, but that's it.
Exactly. So here's what tomorrow looks like. That weather starts calming down up front, but we see a low pressure ridge starting to enter the area, which typically when that happens, as you know, we end up with precipitation, possibly storms. But we don't have a possibility tomorrow, but as we move on to Saturday, we do have a possibility, although
right
you
there
notice...
on that little ridge.
Right on that little ridge, we're going to have some possibility of rain to the north of us. So we're going to have about a 30% chance of precipitation on Saturday. And that will
buy some tortilla chips just in case.
Yeah, and as the day goes on, the possibility of precipitation will increase up all the way into the evening hours, and then it'll get up to as high as 50%. So let's look at what is going on out there now.
Oh yeah, look up there.
And this is a mosaic of all of the Doppler radars in the United States put together. So as you can see, we got some stuff happening, some stuff.
Yeah.
People making some problems up there in Wisconsin.
That's right.
So it's
and the UP. Look at the UP. It's like totally covered.
And they've got some nasty stuff happening up there. You could see the reds showing up where there's intense activity, energy in the atmosphere. So that is causing some problems up in Wisconsin. So just be alert if you're having to travel up into the Upper Peninsula of Wisconsin. You're going to be running some weather definitely today. So that's what it looks like today. And I'll give you updates, but as I go back to the original graphic here, again, Saturday, We're going to have a chance of thunderstorms. Again, it's just going to be a chance. It is going to. You'll see later Friday going into Saturday morning. You'll see overcast conditions, partly cloudy conditions, and as Saturday moves along, it will get definitely cloudy as we get into the evening hours. Then we'll have a chance of rain in Saturday evening going into Sunday. And so far, Monday's not looking good either. It looks like a chance of precipitation as well on Monday. So there you have it. And what will also be happening, regardless of whether we get rain or not, those temperatures are going to be high and the humidity is going to be fairly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
We're going to have heat indexes up into 100 on Saturday as well as Sunday. Sunday it may get into the mid-90s, depending on what the dew point is and what the wind is like and so on in various different factors. For you guys that like to sleep with your windows open, tonight is probably going to be last chance. Maybe tomorrow, if you could bear with a window fan or something.
Well, with that humidity, though, you probably just want to keep it closed.
Saturday is definitely going to be uncomfortable. So, yeah, watch out for that. And so let's talk about some events happening in the area. Kelly, you've got some events for us?
I do. Do you have my the markets and things on there as well?
Let's go to those.
We'll start with that.
And go to the announcements here.
There we go. Again, these are events that are happening throughout the summer every single week. So rather than bore you every week by telling you the exact same thing, I wrote this up. These are pretty much all the farmers markets and things in the area. This gives you Wednesday through Saturday which farmers markets and which areas of our region are having those happen. And then we also have a Sunday one, if you can find the Sunday map for me. And there we go. And so those are all the things that are going on through September and some of them into October. And then we have our once in a while things going on here, which I'll talk about right now. In Porter County this weekend, tomorrow night, Friday the 13th, the WVLP Hog Roast is going on, and that is from 4 to 7:30 p.m. at the Butterfield Pavilion in Valparaiso. Tickets are $20 per person. Children 12 and under are free. So that means lots of good food. A lot of the show hosts will be there, including your two favorite show hosts, Bill and Callie from the Bill and Callie Show. And there will be music going on too, because there's a lot of musicians that are friends of our station, and they like to come out and support us. You can get rid of that graphic if you want.
Right,
it's
go.
up to you. On Saturday, the 14th, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. is the outdoor pop-up artisan market at Spill the Milk Vintage, which is at 3152 West Northland Drive in Valparaiso. And Northland Drive is just US 30. That's just what they call it over there. Next Thursday through Saturday the 28th. So from the 19th to the 28th, the Porter County Fair is going on. And that is at 217 East Division Road in Valparaiso. Then
Get
Friday...
to have those deep-fried Oreo cookies.
That's right, which is better than deep-fried butter, which I've actually seen at some fairs. Okay, so Friday the 20th from 5 to 10 p.m. is Three Little Birds Market number 7, which is Shops and Hops, featuring one-of-a-kind, vintage, handmade goods, clothing, upcycled finds, jewelry, a brew tent, and food trucks, all crafted by local artisans. And that will be at the Central Park Plaza, 68 Lafayette Street in Valparaiso. $5 admission. Kids 12 and under are free. Then in beautiful Lake County, Indiana, we have tonight through Sunday the 15th, the St. John Festival is going on, and that starts at 5 p.m. on Thursday and Friday, 3 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, and that is at 11301 West 93rd Avenue in St. John, and that's always a lot of fun. Friday the 13th at 7:30 p.m., Nomad Planets are playing at Wild Rose Brewing at 1104 East Main Street in Griffith, and that is for people 21 and over. Saturday the 14th from 5 to 10 p.m., the Runaway EP release show with Fragile Soul and special guests Rocket Boat and Stop, Drop, Rewind will be at the Promise You Art House, which is at 8830 Kennedy Avenue here in Highland. Tickets are $5. And you can get those at eventbrite.com. Wednesday the 18th through Sunday the 22nd, starting at 5 p.m. in the evening, Festival of the Lakes is going on.
Yeah.
Now that event is free, but if you want the official parking, which is closer to the lake, it is $25 to park. But still, you're getting some really top-notch
gosh,
music
yeah.
going on there, and that's
Mayor-
at the Wolf Lake Memorial Park.
I've got to hand it to Mayor Tom and his crew. You know, we actually had a music promoter on discussing that concert at the Memorial Opera House,
Yes.
and she said that the Festival of Lakes is become one of the premium concert
premier
events,
things, yeah.
Premier
Yeah.
concert events.
And that's at the
So-
Wolf Lake Memorial Park at 2938 South Calumet Avenue in Hammond. Wednesday the 18th from 5 to 9 p.m. is the Midweek Music and Market. And that is featuring Leanne Stutler, Manny and the Crescent City Po' Boys at Main Square Park right there off Ridge Road in Highland. Thursday the 19th through Sunday the 22nd, the St. George Hellenic Orthodox Greek Church Festival. And that is at 528 West 77th Avenue in Cherville. And this weekend, the 13th through the 15th, is Greek Fest at Saints Constantine and Helen's Greek Orthodox Church, and that is at 8000 Madison Street in Maryville. They will have the food, marketplace, beer garden, dancing, kiddie carnival, etc. So lots of chances over the next couple weekends to get some really good Greek food and have a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah, and so yeah, those are going to be. And again, one of the things that if you haven't done it so far, if you're not a friend of Mayor Tom on Facebook or the Go Hammond page, you have to see the promotional video that they did for the Festival of the Lakes. What is so funny is Kevin Smith is sitting at the table of his, of course he has his management team, and I don't want to give it away. Just look at it.
Watch
It is hilarious.
Yes, it is.
It is, yeah. And just to watch Kevin Smith as all this transpires, it just is, yeah. Mayor Tom outdid himself with promoting it this year, definitely. Yeah, just go look at that. And so it's an awesome event, awesome lineup, and gosh, he really has pulled some of the great bands into this area, some national bands. So
Right. And
look
then
for that.
if you're looking for some theater events to do, just go to netif.org, and that's NIETF.org, and that will tell you what's going on at all the different local community theaters throughout the area. And I think NETIF has about 18 or 19 theaters that are part of our organization, and it will tell you what shows are going on, what auditions are coming up, and how you can get involved in theater, whether you want to be on stage or behind the scenes, and also give you some ideas of some great stuff going on.
And talking about theater, next week at this very same time, we will
yes.
have the cast members.
Not
Some
the
of
cast,
the
a couple of the
some
cast
of the
members.
cast members. Yeah, we can't fit them all in here.
Believe me, we can't.
I think there are about 3 or 4 cast members that she's going to bring with us. Sleeping Beauty, the Highland Parks Theater group that's
Musical that's going to be
the youth
going
group
on.
is going to come
Well,
on.
it's not
and-
just youth; it's anybody from the area that can
Yeah,
audition.
but,
It's
you
just
know,
a lot
mostly-
of younger people in it. But
yeah, there is
yeah,
the people
but
she's going to bring are
it's
the younger.
open to
So, yeah.
anybody to be in, and that will
Yeah.
be this summer. I think sometime in August. We'll have to get the exact dates when they're on, but that will be coming up
It's-
at the Main Square Park gazebo.
Yeah, actually, I think it is coming up. We'll find out from them tomorrow, but
Yeah.
I mean next week. But they
It's usually the first weekend in August, if I
Yeah.
remember
It's
correctly. 'cause
shortly
it usually
after they're
falls
gonna
when
be
the
on,
all-class reunion goes on.
because they were excited about being on because this is going to be kind of like a promotion for them, and the kids excited. I listened to these kids, and a few adults are part of it.
Rehearsing.
Rehearse about once a week, and boy, they're ready, and they're nervous, but they're ready. Some of these poor
If you're not
kids.
nervous, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, but they're running up and down the hallways at Lincoln Center, and it's kind of neat to see. But they've been working really hard, so it's going to be kind of exciting to have them on the show. And then also next week, we are going to have a special on mental health and on the WVLP show on
yeah.
Wednesday, and we'll have more information for you about that on social media as we approach. So far, it looks like we have a couple of mental health professionals, as well as Susan Scully, who actually was as a nurse involved in the process, and we're going to be discussing depression and how it affects people, and the impact it's had on our society. So look out for that. Outside of that, I do want to do a little promotion for a show that's going to be the last Wednesday.
The last Wednesday of this month.
And let me see if I can find it here.
Come on, Joker. Is it under pictures? No, that's Skittlepox.
No. Hi, hello. We're here today at Sip Coffee House in Highland. That's Sip. We're here with Hutch, our musical guest.
Yes.
How you doing?
Come on, dude. Find the
Yeah, show material. Here it is.
There,
All right.
finally. Woo!
Yeah, we cut away to our
Joker!
yeah. So this is
One of the selfies.
one of the selfies we've received so far, and we've got a competition going on. We threw down the gauntlet to the
Porter County Canine
Porter
Unit.
County, thank you, Porter County Canine Unit, to send us selfies, and myself, Megan Johnson, and Kelly are going to judge which is the best selfie, and then give them a little prize from Pets Plus in Valparaiso. So we're really looking forward to that. Bumpus is going to be involved for the Bumpus fans out there. So his handlers,
Joker, all of them.
in fact, the controversy is some of the other handlers want to do their selfie with Bumpus, and no, handler and their dog. Bumpus is the rock star, but so this is
That's
get
not
ready.
true, Joker. Don't listen.
Yeah, yeah. Joker's a good one.
They're all
one of the-
great.
Yeah,
They're all great.
They all have their special role that they play within the Canine Unit that we found on our show that we did with them, and boy, what a great group, and dedicated. The handlers, the officers, that the canine officers are in charge are really dedicated. We talked
And their
about that in the
families,
show.
too. The families
Yeah.
have to be dedicated because
Yeah.
those dogs are with those handlers 24/7.
And it's just not like they're a family dog. They have to
They're working
maintain
dogs.
work. They
They're
have to
working
keep them in
dogs.
work mode, which they can. And it sounds kind of sad, but not. I mean, they do
That's
get
their job.
they get to play every once in a while, and we saw a little bit of that when they were at the station. But they have to be kept in work mode. So when they're called upon to do something, whether it's tracking or to help track down a perp, they got to be ready. And so that's it. We are going to have a selfie competition, and that will be the last Wednesday of this month. And
As
Porter
well
County,
as having the Porter County Sheriff
Yeah,
on
and he will be
talking about
on,
his
and-
things, too.
yeah, he'll probably be discussing another department in the Porter County Sheriff's Department. So that's going to be kind of exciting, and yeah, we're kind of interested to see who wins this.
Make sure you tune in so you can see all the selfies and see who the winner is.
Right. And so with that, I think what we will do,
Break away to
Is-
our show recording from yesterday with Hutch.
right? And I hope you enjoy it. We did recording it.
We're really looking
and,
forward to his CD coming out.
Yeah. So I'm going to switch it over to the video, and we'll be back. And gosh, it will last about an hour.
Does
So,
it really? Okay.
Yeah. So here you go. We'll see you in about an hour. Hi, hello. We're here today at Sip Coffee House in Highland. That's Sip. We're here with Hutch, our musical guest.
Yes.
How you doing?
Yeah, it's kind of nice to have a musical guest after some of the serious topics that we have on there.
Exactly.
Wait a minute, I'm not going to do all serious stuff. Didn't know that, didn't I?
still soft.
Oh,
Yeah.
At least.
So,
That's a soft. I can get behind a serious.
our guest today is Hutch, and he's here to play some music for us, or are you just going to sit and...
well, I tell you what, you guys had told me that original stuff is probably what you want me to feature today, right? Okay, so not a plug, but it is. I got a CD coming out,
Yes.
and I'm going to perform songs off that CD coming out.
Wonderful.
And I'm not going to put a time when it comes out because I've been pushing that thing down the road. I'm getting a lot of grief right now, but it will be coming out soon.
And we will let you know when that happens.
And I will let you guys know, and let you know, and let them know.
That's right.
And
All right,
in
well-
the meantime, we could cut a deal for him to be our music director. He
Everybody's,
laughs. What's he laughing?
everybody's cutting a deal these days.
That's right.
Yeah, we so want a music director. Everyone has a music guy.
Okay, well, the story behind this song recently is I play at a place called Pop Village Restaurant. They love the fact that I'm saying that that's where I play. And this one was in Highland. And this couple was sitting in a booth, minding their own business.
Cute couple, man.
Yeah, very cute couple. Very witty couple, too. So I knew something was up. So anyway, I came up to their table, and I said, would you like to hear a song? I said, yeah. I said, well, I wrote this one. It's called The Coffee Clutch. And they didn't say a word at the time, and they said this after I got done playing the song. So I played this song last week. I'm going to play it again. It's called The Coffee Clutch. And basically, it's where I go. I've gone to many of them. And we talk about all the problems of the world. We don't get anything done, but we feel just a little bit better about our day. Well, there's a place I know that I like to go in the morning time. For a group of guys, you know it's just a disguise for killing time. And it's a well-known rule, you have a certain school, you better get yourself there by time. Cause there's a time this old game of mine always starts rolling in. Down at the coffee clutch, you know you really don't have to do much. You wanna fit right in, just toss your 2 cents in. Down at the coffee clutch. And if you wanna make noise, just jump right in with the random boys. Just ask the room leader, what is the topic of the day? We'll talk about now Bob Jones, he comes in all alone. He always sits in his favorite place. And if you ask him real nice, he'll give you some good advice on what investments that he had made. And then there's George, our mechanical source. And Mike is darn sure it's man. Almost like a little guy with a gleam in his eye. Always ready to lend a hand. Out of the coffee clutch. You know you really don't have to do much. If you wanna fit right in, just toss your 2 cents in. Down at the coffee clutch. And if you wanna make noise, just jump right in with the random boys. Just ask the ringleader, Ray, what is the topic of the day? Put on the mind, down at the coffee clutch. One more verse. Waitresses, streets and Sue, always got plenty to do. I think we all get in there. But that look on their face keeps us all in our place. Down inside, they really do care. And if you wanna talk sports, you talk to Kenny, of course. By far the most qualified guy. And then the rest of us are always raising a fuss, cause we never seem to see eye to eye. You know you really don't have to do much. You wanna fit right in, just toss your 2 cents in. Down at the coffee clutch. And if you wanna take a coffee sip, please don't give me no lip. Cause that's the rule in the red. What is the topic of the day? Well, darn about. I guess it's time to leave. And I truly believe the world's a much better place. And I think it's time I heard the waitress a dime. Well, I'd be a cheapskate if I left her a dime. I wouldn't be bad. Maybe I give her a quarter. No, we got inflation. Well, I wouldn't want to be hello Dolly. Oh, I know. I think I'll be decent and leave her the 20%. We'll talk about down at the coffee clutch. 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 There you go.
I love that song.
All right. didn't like it?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know he was a cheapskate, though. He was going to leave a dime.
I know. Well, he would.
Yeah, well, you know, he's got Robin to support.
That's true.
Yeah, he gets his
And
coffee
Albert.
free.
And
Oh,
Albert.
yeah,
forget
that's
Albert.
right. Don't forget Albert.
Yeah, don't forget Albert.
Yeah. So, go on.
That's great. That is something that. How did you come up with that one? That's your.
Okay. Not saying I'm a songwriter, but write songs. And I play them out, and so I do get people to comment on them. I call them they're test driven because none of them have made it big yet. And maybe they will, you never know. But, and I have people ask, who wrote that song? That makes me feel good because they think somebody big time wrote it. You get a little disappointed when they find out it's just me. But anyway, no, and I get that a lot on a lot of my songs. That one is not on the CD. It's going to come on the second CD. And there's a long story on that. I won't go into that. But there was a place that I was having coffee at. We'd get around and we'd talk, blah, 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 blah. And someone said, somebody needs to write a book on this place. I said, I'm going to write a song. I was just kind of joking. By the time I left the restaurant, 20 minutes to get to my house, I had the song. Now, songs are interesting and funny in the way that they come to you, and everybody's different who's a songwriter. For example, I have one friend, a local guy, he's got this ability, if you tell him to write a song about a particular subject, he can go home and do it for the most part. I can't do that. Mine are all inspired from pretty much what I make of it. And of course, what's your influences? Well, obviously Beatles are one, but I don't do anything that sounds like a Beatles song. Pink Floyd. Now we're going to a little bit of extreme. Cat Stevens. I cut my teeth on Cat Stevens. And Joe Cocker. So now we're all over the place.
I was about to say, you go from Pink Floyd to Cat Stevens.
That's a segue.
That's, yeah, that meshes.
Well, what about Cat Stevens doing some Pink Floyd? There you go. Never thought of that. Don't think about it.
Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I do. I do
Dark
5.
Side of the Moon by Cat Stevens.
I do it. So, anyway. So, this was not the actual first song I wrote. The first song I wrote is the next one. And in music terms, it had a hook. But it took me 5 years to finish. So when you have a hook, whether you're a writer or even maybe an artist, you got that hook, you're going to pursue it until you get her done. And so this is actually the first song that I attempted to write with a hook. Coffee Clutch was the first song I finished. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the hook. All right. Now, you guys are familiar with Stevie Ray Vaughan, right?
Of course.
Okay, Stevie Ray Vaughan had one song that inspired me on that, and that's this riff. Mary Had a Little Lamb. And as great as Stevie Ray Vaughan was, he always kept coming to that little hook. And so the hook grabs you and brings you back into the song. So these great songwriters, in this case, great blues songwriter, he had that riff, that hook, and it kept going back to it just to keep the song together. So this particular song was a hook, and I finally finished it, and it's called Everybody's Life's Rain This Fall. Now, the weird thing about me is I don't write negative songs. So I can't write a negative blues song. So it's a blues song, but it's not negative. It has a positive thing. Everybody's life, some rain must fall. And everybody's life, some rain must come down. Yeah. Everybody got a dream that might call. And if you be looking, you'll soon be coming around. Don't you know that it's true? Don't you know that it's true? Gotta keep your feet on the ground. When you wake up in the morning, the sky's a bit cloudy and gray. Then along comes that old sunshine and wipes those dark clouds away. Don't you know that it's true? Don't you know that it's true? Gotta keep your feet on the ground. You know, sometimes it just don't seem right. You know, sometimes it just don't seem right at all. One day you're up, the next day you're down. Seems like it's always your turn to fall. Don't you know that it's true? Don't you know that it's true? Gotta keep your feet on the ground. There you go. Now on the CD, a young fella at the time I hooked up with, he was born to play music and make a living at it, and he hooked up with me, and he wasn't even 21, and I saw him, saw his talent, and I took him aboard, and we played for a long time. We were called Seltzer and Hutch, or the Unplugs. He then went on with Lou Samaniego, and they are Chris and Lou, known throughout the land. And these guys, the funny story on that was Chris. I couldn't get it in my head that Chris wanted to play with younger guys, and it had nothing to do with us. And we had a pretty good show. But then he hooked up with another friend, and then he hooked up with Lou. When I heard him the first time, I said, "This is a match in heaven." And they've been together ever since. And I'm one of the biggest fans. But Chris Solskjaer does most of the lead work on my songs. His style is, when you find the right guy who understands what you want, it's a blend. And his style is perfect for what I like. So he's recorded guitar on my whole CD, which has 12 songs on it. All right?
Now, when did you first start playing guitar?
Oh boy. I'll make it short and sweet. Okay, in a summer, there was a young guy in our neighborhood. We lived in a neighborhood in Hobart. His mom bought him the nicest Fender guitar and the nicest amplifier and gave him lessons. And he learned this. And he had it down. Well, but he had it down. And back then, that was the song. Then came Smoke on the Water, but that was the song. He didn't ever pursue it. When I heard that, I borrowed my buddy's guitar and I learned this song. Well, it's known that your door is always open. Okay? Now I got a book on that one. And that summer I worked on two things. I wanted to roller skate and I wanted to play guitar. So back then the roller skates were these skates that you put on your shoes. With these kids have no idea what we had to go through. And you had to keep, you had to tighten them up. So I got plenty of bruises and plenty of calluses that summer, but I got them both down.
Yeah, I want to tell you, my first skateboard, you know what it was? My old man got a 2x4 and put my sister's old skates, apart. Yeah, everyone else had a nice fiberglass.
Right.
No, I mean, I had 2x4.
And you probably loved it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I actually had
You're happy
bells
to have
more
it.
than the rest of the guys.
Yeah.
That's why I have. Yeah.
So I played guitar, but then when I met my oldest and dearest friend, his mom and dad owned 4 very popular restaurants in the area. So of course that was the gathering place to have the band.
Of course.
Like band here.
Yeah.
And we formed the band in the basement. And we had 6 guitar players. So one of the guys brought his uncle's Yugoslavian bass, which was about this long, and I got the bass. So for the first portion of my music, I played bass. Somebody had to. Yeah. And so I'm actually ambidextrous, which really messes you. I should have been playing guitar like this because my natural rhythm is like this. So I've always been playing upside down, but because I was a bass player, you pull the strings up, so I never knew. And so I played in a band for a long time. We played all up until probably 88, and then my brother and Paul and I went off to 2-man. So I've been playing a long time, and I discovered I didn't want to do bands anymore. I was always the leader of the band, got the bookings, got the stress. And so I found an acoustic, double neck acoustic guitar, which I still had, and went off and started playing acoustic. I've been doing that ever since. Got out a niche market of family, and a lot of family, which is popular. I still play other pubs and clubs and stuff too, the restaurants. So that's how that came about. Harmonica I learned out in the mill when I got out of school. Me and 20 guys waited till the end of the summer to go get jobs. Inland hired all of us at the end of the summer. And back then they'd throw you a broom and say, go hide at midnight. So I got the harmonica. That's what I was doing. That's how that came about. Okay, this next song is a ballad. All right. And I came home one day playing on a brand new guitar. These chords right here. My 13-year-old daughter came out of the bedroom. We had a grandmother just passed. She wrote the lyrics down to this song. So I call it Jessica's Hot Air Balloon. And it's spiritually motivated. Oh, by the way, I just want to say my Uncle George passed at 93 years old. They closed the streets of downtown Griffith because he was the chief of the fire department, and they celebrated him with, I don't know if you know, Griffith has like pumpkin orange fire trucks. And they closed it and they celebrated him. And for 93, he looked great, and he had his uniform on and everything. So if anybody knows George Till, this man, his title was the hardest working guy in Griffith, and he would do anything for anyone. He's just a great guy. So anyway, my daughter wrote this at 13. I got the original lyrics. We obviously had to craft them quite a bit, and I wrote the melody and the music. So we call it Jessica's Hot Air Balloon. Am I talking too much? You guys just tell me to shut up. My wife says, shut up and play. But you know, she doesn't say shut up. She says, honey, could you be quiet and play? You do, honey. You're watching. Across the air, just like an autumn leaf, higher than the birds, as happy as God's words, feeling the clouds as they pass you by, feeling the warm sun rays in your eyes. The wind across your face with no surprise, floating around so high in the skies, in my hot air balloon. as you rise, go high in the skies, watching the world as it passes you by. You see me fly. Looking down from above, soaring like an eagle, feeling like a dove. Let the wind catch you away, like God does when you pray. Suddenly, as you rise, go high in the skies, watching the world as it passes you by. You seem to fly. Looking down from above, soaring like an eagle, feeling like a dove. Let the wind catch you away, like God before you pray.
That's great.
Well, inspiration always helps making a song.
I think we're just going to, before we air this, we're going to play it back and back over and over again.
Well, I do have a CD coming.
I know,
Anyway,
we're excited.
and now, Jessica now is 40 years old.
Oh, wow.
I'm very proud of her. I'm proud of all my kids. I got 2 stepkids, sons, and 2 daughters. And the interesting thing is, they're both the same age. What's the chances of that? And I got 6 grandkids, and I've written songs on all of them. But I won't play any of them because I don't want nobody to get upset that I play that song without playing it.
Now, I got a question for you. When we first met you, you were handing out these coloring book things about
Yes.
hot air balloon.
That's
Is
it.
that
That's
tie
has
in?
to do with that.
Right.
That down the road with the website, what I will do is I'll get the kids to color them. And then whoever votes for the best hot air balloon, they come in, they get a free bag of chips. These are projects that I want to do in the future. You know, they're all ideas now. And,
Can I color it?
well, you know, would that be a little... You want cookies?
I'll just buy you a
All right,
cookie.
you can color one, okay.
And I'll buy you cookies. That way you don't have to feel that way.
Oh, you
What-
question my coloring?
What,
Yes.
what can you color in the lines, though? That's what we're talking about.
There's days when I feel like there's no respect, you know? I just have...
Well, hey, that's every day of my life. You need to follow me around, buddy. You have no idea, although the only difference is I deserve it. I don't know that you deserve it. But you do carry Batman around, so there's some deserving stuff going on there, man.
You know, just to make sure people know. And by the way,
Is he going to get top billing?
Look at what Tony's wearing today. Anthony?
I'll have to look.
What? See, he knew I was going to be here.
Is he wearing something with that man?
Would you buy him dinner tonight or something?
He should.
So, let's talk a little bit about the actual songwriting. Nobody really knows if they have a good song. Nobody really knows why this song has come to pass, and nobody really knows, are you done with it yet? You know, it's always one of those things like, well, you can tweak it. The one thing I've learned is you gotta put an end to it, or you'll never end the song. You know, so all these songs that started out from some form of inspiration. Now, here I'm going to play you a little bit of what my newest song I'm working on.
Okay.
And it's been said that a lot of the great songwriters today, I'm not going to mention the name, they reach such a high level that they can't reach it anymore in writing songs. Okay? For some reason, the first album, the songs came in 20 years. Within November, I'm working on 4 songs. I don't know how that works. So, but for me, that's just the way it kind of works. So, anyway, I had this riff right here. Wait a minute. I go, wow, that's kind of a cool blues riff. Like that, you know. And so then there was a gentleman at Potbelly. He was sitting in the corner. And I went up to him and I said, man, I love your lid. And he had one on, I had one. And he goes, well, I love your brim. He goes, you should write a song about it. So this is what a song sounds like when it first starts out. This is all I got, okay? Looking back at when I was a childish foolish kid, wanted a brim or a lid. Saw a photograph of my dad, I wanted to be just like him, wearing a lid or a brim. Now that's just the start of it, okay? And that came out of different ways. You know, I had this blues thing, and I got to get some kind of blues. These are kind of bluesy.
They are.
So I'm going to go with that. So maybe the next time I talk to you guys, I'll have that done. Maybe. So that's what songs sound like when a lot of times they sound like that. And I don't know how many more are in it, you know. But you never know. I might write one about. Now, what is your Hello Kitty?
Hello Kitty.
I might write a love story about Batman and Hello Kitty.
Oh, there you go. See?
Yeah. Would it be a pity if Batman didn't marry Hello Kitty?
That's awesome.
Oh, boy.
If they had a baby, Batman had to pay alimony. All right.
Kitty litter.
Yeah, see, I don't tell jokes, as you can see. Okay. Okay, this next song, I have a campsite. Camping is not for everybody. Let's just get that straight right now. It's not for everybody. But if you get it, and if you like it, it's great.
I know my ex had to stay at a place that had mints on the pillows when she woke up, or she wasn't staying.
You can
So-
put a mint on a sleeping bag.
She also
Put
wanted
the corner
the.
down of the sleeping
She
bag,
also-
put a mint, and then you just worry about ants or something.
She also wanted the
You
maid.
got ants on your mitts.
Yeah, that's right.
She also wanted the maid to have a French accent. I don't know too many camping facilities that have maids with French accents.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Chocolat?
A chocolate with a pinky. I'll tell you what. We don't have mints in our campsite.
No, because you might get hungry.
You know why it wasn't meant to be. But anyway,
I'll tell you why we did, because I ate them all before we
you
got
ate them all. You know they weren't mints, they were M&Ms. Anyway, so at the campsite, there's all different characters. like there is in all aspects of life, okay? And so this one couple was 2 campers down from us, and they had this little girl. She was 11, but she thought she was 1.
Okay.
And she didn't relate with the young kids, and she always eavesdropped on the adults' conversation. So her mom and dad would constantly say, Claire, go away, go away. Because we don't need to go around telling all the other campers the gossip we're talking.
Right.
Not that we gossip, but anyway. So I wrote 2 songs for 2 of my granddaughters, and she comes up to her porch. She goes, Dave, when are you going to write me a song? I said, I don't know, Claire. I got to be inspired. And all of a sudden, Mom comes up the deck, and she goes, Claire, don't pack your bags. We got to go home. And Claire rolls her eyes, and her mom says, don't roll your eyes at me, Claire. I said, there's my song.
There you go.
So this song is called Don't Roll Your Eyes at Me, Claire.
Love
And I got some harmonica.
it. All right.
And I don't know, do kids start rolling their eyes before 11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't roll your eyes at me, Claire. Both you and I know life's unfair. Your mama told me to beware. Don't roll your eyes at me, Claire. Don't roll your eyes at me, Claire. Both you and I know life's unfair. Your mama told me to beware. Don't roll your eyes at me, Claire. Your dad's down at the campsite cooking grub. Your mom's at the fire heating up. She looks up at the clock. She looks down at your chair. And then she says, it's time to go to bed. As you raise your head, the last thing your mama said was, don't roll your eyes at me, Claire. Both you and I know life's unfair. Your mama told me to beware. Don't roll your eyes at me, Claire. Big Claire, there's a lesson to be learned. Big Claire, don't you dare let your eyeballs worry about the child whose eyeballs ran right to the left, left to the right, and now the child is far as I will. Don't roll your eyes at me, Claire. Don't you and I know life's unfair. Your mama told me don't beware. Don't roll your eyes. I don't roll your eyes. I don't roll your eyes at me, Claire. Hey, Claire. You'll be skipping down the street, you might step on your feet, you might step on the back, break your mama's back, you might step on the front, you the neighbor's dog, you might step on the welfare mat, could be the neighbor's dad, you might step on the weed eater, you might step on the bird feeder, the neighbors be talking about the way you walk. Don't roll your eyes at me, Claire.
Love that. That is, you know, every time you sing a song,
It's like, this is my favorite. No, wait, this is my favorite. No, I think I like this one the best.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
like that a lot.
But it's amazing, you know, how the story that tells. It just, yeah, that it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think everybody has had a situation in their life where there's a kid that rolls his eyes.
Oh, yeah. Anybody
And,
with a
and
parent-
mom goes, don't roll your eyes at me.
That's right.
Don't look at me that way.
That's right. Don't make me
Yeah.
tough, Carl.
Yeah, I think it was mostly at dad's. The dads got rolled. Yeah.
No, I think mom's getting
Oh, no, I think the school thing with home, moms are on that.
Yeah.
Because dad's coming home, you take care of them. Well, back then, mom was doing cleaver in a dress, cleaning the house.
with the pearls.
And Ward would come home with a suit on at 3.
Yeah.
Okay, right? Is that the way it was? Well, I have 5 brothers, so my mom and dad both worked. Imagine that. Because there were so many kids. I don't know how they kept us all active. I mean, 6 boys. I mean, that's amazing.
That's
Oh,
crazy. Yeah. Crazy.
So where are we at now?
well, you got one in pipeline?
I got a bunch, but
Wait, is that one, the one about Claire, is that on the CD?
yes.
All right.
The last 3 are on the CD.
Okay, good, 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 good.
Yeah, yeah. So we have time for one more?
Yeah,
One
yeah,
more, and then
absolutely.
yeah, should-
Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to play. Now, there's this couple that comes into Potbelly, Stan and Carol.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I've been going there for 13 years, and so are they. The first day we opened, they were there, and they come out twice a week to see me. In fact, Carol, who's the sweetest thing in the world, she has to tell me that she won't be in next week, but she'll make it up and come to see me at another Potbelly.
Okay.
Okay. And so they go all over the place. They're retired, so greatest couple. Everybody says, hey, where's your couple at? How come they're not here? I say, well, these guys come out to see Stan and Carol, not me. So anyway, this one could be rough because it's not polished. It's going to be on the next CD.
Okay.
And so I was doing this riff. That one right there. And I just had a feeling about driving down a road. And so I'm sitting there messing with it, and Stan and Carol come in and they do their thing. And next thing you know, I go, Stan, because this is a big thing with my wife and I. My wife wants to get there as fast as she can. And I want to take my time backwards. So I said, Stan, when you go somewhere like up in the St. Joe or Buffalo, go out to eat and stuff, I said, do you try to get there as fast as you can? He goes, Dave, I take the slow, lazy road. So I called this song Slow, Lazy Road.
I love it.
Dedicated to Stan and Carol. Now, like I said, this one's still on the burner. I'll work on it. Yeah.
I don't know if slow and easy is for her when it comes to driving.
Yeah.
The worst case of road rage you've ever seen.
Road rage right here.
Oh my gosh.
But is she fast or slow?
Fast.
Oh.
And
So in
that's
other words, she
if anyone
speeds
gets
there.
in front of her,
Speed.
no, but you.
I go the speed limit and I get upset at people who don't and can't figure out that the left
90% of
lane
people on the
is
road.
for crossing.
So in other words, 50% of the road people want to get there and blame everybody else.
That's right.
And the other 50% want to take their time and enjoy.
And that's fine, but get over in the right lane.
What if you're on a 2-lane highway?
The words "get the fork out of the way"
Yes.
usually come out.
Well, pay,
And I have
atten-
to substitute.
pay attention to one of these verses.
Okay.
Close.
All right.
No, it's clean. Oh, by the way, this has got a long instrumental.
Okay. That's okay.
Are you sure? You sure?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We got time.
Okay. Yeah. Highways, byways, going fast. I really gotta get there. Interstate toll gate going fast. I really gotta get there. Jump out of bed and just your day. Stop, grab a cup of styrofoam job, and be on your way. I myself, I like to take my time. Half the least resistance suits me fine. Seems to me I get there in the nick of time. That's right, I'll take the slow lazy road. Windmills, farmhouse, golden field, my red tail hawk's got 'em in its sight. Island of blue, this passage takes me through wildflower paradise. Some guy you bring you off the road, you raise your hand for them the universal code. You're about ready to explode, that's right. I'll take the slow lazy road. Some cops telling you to boil over. Your ulcer's ready to boil over. Me, I just go through fields of clover. That's right. I take the slow lazy road. I take the slow lazy road. I take the slow lazy
That's awesome.
That is so great.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put that on your radio every time
driving?
we're driving. Say, take the slow easy.
Well, when the cop pulls her over and her ulcer's boiling
Oh no,
over.
she's doing everything legal.
Good
It's just,
driver. I'm practically a deputy in Porter County.
I
I am.
Well, you know what? But then Barney Fife was a deputy too. But anyway.
That's right.
Yeah.
I keep my bullet right here in my pocket, you know.
No, actually, Jeff Biggs did say they're going to deputize.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because I know the rules of the road, baby.
Oh boy, that was great. Oh
Yeah.
man, I love the pickup on that. It's kind of like a
Well,
both like that.
I'm hearing like, and I'm not even a big fan of this, Grateful Dead. Do you hear Grateful Dead?
Yeah, that's where.
Yeah.
They,
And Chris
the
is going to
same-
be my guy. Chris Seltzer.
Right.
He does all the stuff. He just grabs it.
Yeah.
And it's just, you'll
You know, probably got to have you guys on the show. You know, I've been. I was
Well, he's
getting
never
an
worked
invitation.
with these songs. I'd have to get together and practice. But
Yeah.
he would be fun just to have on the show himself.
Oh yeah, I know. I gave him an open invitation, but
Yeah.
you know, it's.
Yeah.
I don't have to tell you how busy those are. And so, but yeah, it'd be great to get you two on the same show.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll have to arrange that.
Well, what I would do is, you let me know if and when you want to do it, and then I'll get together with Chris and we'll run over some songs.
We're not putting any pressure on you, Chris. But
No.
you're going to have to be, I don't know, Matt Damon we've been putting off for a while. So you're going to have to work it out with Matt Damon's agent. So
Well, you know, Chris is pretty good under pressure. He really is. I mean, if he can't do it, he'll just make it happen. That's why he's one of my favorite guys to play with.
We were just at a fest where actually him, Lou, and Chad Clipper.
Yeah, Chad's
came out.
excellent too.
Oh yeah.
There's another songwriter. Both Lou, Chris is good, but he kind of dropped off. Lou and Chad are excellent songwriters. Both of them.
Wow, that'd be an all-star.
That would be.
You know, we have to work on that.
What you might want to think about, this is just an idea. I have many.
Get a stage.
The Art Theater was trying an open stage on Monday, and they didn't have the right people there. It would be a great place to do your show and have songwriters up there like 5 minutes tell the story of their songs. And each one of us would do a song. I seen the Bluebird do it on Parade. You hear a Bluebird, you know what that is, right? That's where they all go, all the songwriters.
Right.
And they sat up there, and each guy talked about the song, and then they play one, and the next guy, and the next guy, and the next guy. And that would be great on your show. I don't know how long of a show you
We could make it as long.
as we
It's
need
our
to.
show.
That's right.
It's our show.
We do our own thing.
I tell you, you
And
guys are amazing.
Batman. And if they have a problem, they can talk to this guy. He doesn't put up with a lot of crap. So yeah.
Wait a minute, didn't he just die in the last movie? No, that was
Batman
Superman.
never dies.
Superman died. That's right.
That's right.
Batman and Superman got into it.
At least Batman never gets thrown out of the back of a car.
He would save the day, like some Hello Kitty Pez dispensers I could talk about.
Can never see a Batman Pez dispenser rolling down the road.
That's right.
It
Because
just
nobody
would
would
be-
use it. Nobody would use it. Because if they have to do something like that, they go to Hello Kitty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and tell me, would you feel more fearful of me?
All right.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that. And that was our friend Hutch who joined us and played some neat songs.
Yeah, he
that,
did.
That was really enjoyable. Hopefully we're going to have him on again, and
When his CD launches,
yeah, we promise.
or
him
sooner, depending.
Right. And so with that, we're kind of up to the hour here, so we'll have to say goodbye, and hope that you all have an enjoyable rest of the week and weekend.
Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night at the Hog Roast.
Oh yeah. For those of you who are going to be in Valpo, I see a couple of people have signed up to go this week, so we hope
If anybody
to see
needs
you all
tickets,
there.
we've got some.
Oh yeah.
Just saying.
And if you don't see us, they're available at the door, so you have that option available to you as well.
Absolutely.
Great food. There's going to be a pig there, and the poor
Obviously.
pig is not going to be lucky on
Not on
Friday
the
13th.
13th. It's a bad day for the pig, but a good day for everybody else eating
There is going to be
all
some,
kinds of food,
there's going to be all sorts of food available. So, and entertainment,
right?
and then of
Yummy
course
desserts.
us.
We'll
What
be
else
there.
more can you
yeah,
want?
exactly.
Yeah. So we'll see you there. Have a great weekend,
Thanks,
and
guys.
keep it safe.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.